was your favorite and why? And I'm going to have one of you two start.
Alright, so I said...
One of these two children.
Hey, you still my answers, so I'm gonna go.
You can go after him, I will wait.
Hey.
Just go ahead while I try and find the chapter.
Okay, that works.
Thank you. Okay, so I said I like the whole book. Because like, this book is unique. And it has good qualities that Batman didn't have or Superman didn't have. And Superman and Batman and all the other books, they only have like one superhero, like one hero. And this one has like all of them, like a lot of them. I like the, just like all, cool, good.
Nailed it.
Helping this people's.
Alright.
If I had to pick one chapter, I would have picked chapter 6, which is like the Rorschach origin chapter, just because it tells you like how Rorschach came to be and like what psychological demons he's dealing with. Like on first page where he says he sees a butterfly when he's actually seeing a split-head dog. It just shows like how like his inner demons like of Rorschach and balancing him with his other name. I always forget about it. Yeah.
Chapter 6, you said?
Yeah.
I liked Under the Hood chapter 1. I mean, I just like the story that they told on like just the mechanics story in general.
Yeah,
I just liked it because it was just breaking up the normal graphic novel. So.
I also said chapter 6 was the most interesting to me because of what Josh said, and like we just see like how sad like his childhood is, and like we kind of feel bad for him. And we also see why he chose to become like superhero.
Yeah, that wasn't my answer, but I agree with you about the like under the hood thing, because I do think this story was nice to break up like the whole like, it was a murder thing. It was kind of out of the blue, but it was it's very much of a kind of just backstory thing, and it's a nice way to be like, this is what I did instead of staying on this track forever. But I said that chapter 12 was my favorite, which might be weird because it's the chapter where it was like, it hit the doomsday clock, and this is going to sound absolutely freaking awkward, but I didn't really like it for the dialogue. I kind of liked it more for like the emotional ties and stuff like that, because it's like, when I find pictures like this and they're like freeze frames in a movie, they always stand out to me a bit more. And I think that the outcome of a war is often the least important part of a conflict, but it's more the aftermath that kind of plays a role. And so the death toll that we were given, which was 3 million, is 750 times larger than the population of the student body of Boiseta. And for a bunch of people, that's a crazy number in and of itself, our number. So to think that we are like point something of a percentage of the people that died, it was just kind of a big number that stuck out to me, and that's just what kind of made it the most impactful thing for me.
That definitely like plays on emotions, like just from imagery.
So my favorite chapter of Watchmen was chapter 11. And the reason that this chapter is my favorite is that for what I really enjoyed the setting, being that it's taking place in Alta. Another reason that I really enjoyed this chapter is that we get to see a lot of interaction between all the characters in this chapter. And I also like the first image of the chapter that looks like an ice cream cone with a butterfly on top. On page 10 of this chapter, we see that what looks like a devil buddy that's chasing a frog, which I thought was funny. And it's things like this that make this chapter my favorite. And this butterfly is significant because it represents openness, in that the vigilantes can go wherever they want to go.
I also said chapter 11 because I really like the Arctic scene.
And also just the use of colors in this chapter was pretty amazing. Like the first page is all white, and then later on we get to see like the tropical area as well, and like the use of color is really interesting. And then later on we get more bright colors, and that really like stood out to me. And then also like how we get to see more into like the evil plan, like on the, let's see, page 2 when we see Fit and his cat. How do you spell it? No, the Fight. Yeah, we see his like I always say it wrong. But yeah, we see more like into like just like the TV screens and how he's just watching everyone, and then you see like the night owl on there in Rorschach also on the TV, and then I also really like the night owl's winter.
And kind of going off of your thing with the colors, who like chose everything mainly based on color? Because I know that I did in part as well. Because it's like this entire thing was like mainly based on red, which is definitely like the color of blood and stuff like that. And it's also like the color of war and the color of hate and stuff like that. But then it also kind of is funny just because it says right at the end of all the like freeze frame pictures that it's a stronger, loving world, and it kind of is ironic that the same color of blood is the color of love and stuff like that. And it's like we had to go through war to find a certain type of love, which sounds really corny, and I know it is, but just kind of was a ironic thing that I kind of.
Interesting you mentioned was probably not a question I'll go over it, but I think the book did so well just because the stakes felt more real than a lot of other books.
That's a good point. Alright, anybody else want to add anything?
I have a question.
Yes.
Why is Dr. Manhattan always naked?
Not appropriate.
Girls, must be like,
He's an outer space being. I don't know. I don't want to.
just cover everything.
Alright. So then moving on.